The atmosphere during BTS's Day 2 soundcheck in Baltimore suddenly became tense when Taehyung appeared to lose his footing on stage. As the members moved around and interacted casually with fans, Taehyung seemed to slip for a brief moment, causing him to nearly fall. The unexpected incident immediately caught the attention of both the members and ARMY. Watching from the venue, before Taehyung could completely lose his balance, Jungkook quickly reacted and moved toward him. His response appeared almost instinctive, as if he noticed the danger at the exact moment Taehyung began to stumble. In a matter of seconds, Jungkook reached out and helped steady Taehyung, preventing what could have been a much harder fall. What happened next made the moment even more memorable. After helping Taehyung regain his balance, Jungkook immediately pulled him into a warm embrace. The hug appeared spontaneous rather than part of a carefully planned performance, making the interaction feel especially natural during the relaxed soundcheck atmosphere. Fans in the venue quickly reacted to the unexpected moment, with cheers reportedly growing as Jungkook stayed close to Taehyung. The brief slip itself lasted only seconds, but Jungkook's immediate reaction transformed the incident into one of the most talked about moments from the Day 2 soundcheck. Unlike the main concert performance, Soundcheck often gives BTS more freedom to interact casually with one another and with fans. Because of that relaxed environment, small gestures can sometimes feel much more personal and spontaneous. Jungkook's quick decision to support and hug Taehyung therefore drew particular attention from fans who witnessed the scene. For ARMY, the moment was not simply about Taehyung nearly falling. It was about how quickly Jungkook responded when one of his members appeared to need help. The combination of the sudden slip, Jungkook's protective reaction, and the comforting hug created a surprisingly emotional scene in the middle of an otherwise playful soundcheck. The moment has since become another memorable snapshot from BTS's Baltimore stop, reminding fans that some of the most touching interactions can happen when nobody is expecting them. Was Jungkook's reaction simply the natural response of a close teammate making sure Taehyung was safe, or did the spontaneity of the hug make the moment feel even more special to ARMY? Fans will certainly have plenty to say about this unexpected Day 2 moment. What made the moment especially striking was how quickly Jungkook reacted when Taehyung suddenly appeared to lose his footing. There seemed to be almost no hesitation at all. The instant Taehyung slipped, Jungkook immediately moved toward him, extending his support before Taehyung could completely lose his balance. It was such a fast reaction that it looked less like a planned gesture and more like a natural instinct. For a brief moment, everything seemed to happen almost automatically. While Taehyung was still trying to regain his footing, Jungkook was already there to steady him. His immediate response drew attention because there was no obvious buildup or warning. The situation changed in a split second, and Jungkook reacted just as quickly. That spontaneous movement gave this interaction a particularly warm and protective feeling. What happened afterward made the moment even sweeter. Once Taehyung appeared to be safe, Jungkook stayed close and embraced him, turning a potentially worrying slip into an unexpectedly heartwarming scene. For fans watching the soundcheck, the sequence was striking precisely because it felt so unplanned. Taehyung stumbled. Jungkook reacted instantly, and within seconds, the two were sharing a warm moment together. After helping Taehyung regain his balance, Jungkook appeared to pull him into a warm embrace, creating a brief but touching moment during the soundcheck. The hug seemed to come naturally after the unexpected slip, almost as if Jungkook wanted to make sure Taehyung was completely okay. What began as a tense second quickly turned into a comforting interaction that made the atmosphere feel noticeably softer. The embrace also gave Taehyung a moment to settle down after the sudden loss of footing. Rather than making the incident feel embarrassing or awkward, Jungkook's reaction seemed to turn it into something lighthearted and reassuring. Their brief interaction captured the kind of supportive gesture that can happen naturally between close bandmates when one of them unexpectedly needs a little help. For ARMY watching from the venue, the timing of the embrace was what made it especially memorable. There was no need for elaborate choreography or a dramatic stage setup. The moment unfolded naturally during soundcheck. Whether viewed simply as Jungkook looking out for Taehyung or as another sweet interaction between two beloved BTS members, the warm embrace gave fans yet another reason to smile. What made the moment even more captivating was that it happened during soundcheck, away from the highly structured atmosphere of BTS's main performance. Unlike a major stage, where every movement can be carefully rehearsed and coordinated, soundcheck often gives the members more freedom to move around, interact, and respond naturally to unexpected situations. That made Jungkook's quick reaction to Taehyung feel especially spontaneous. The sequence itself seemed to unfold within seconds. Taehyung appeared to lose his footing. Jungkook immediately moved to help him, and the interaction ended with a warm embrace. There was no dramatic build-up or obvious choreography leading into the moment. Because it happened so naturally, fans could focus on the genuine-looking reaction between the two members rather than a planned stage routine. For many fans, that is precisely what made the scene so memorable. Soundcheck can offer a more relaxed environment where BTS members joke, move freely, and interact without the pressure of a full concert performance. So when an unexpected moment like this happens, even a simple gesture can feel much more personal and heartwarming. The unplanned nature of the interaction ultimately became what made Jungkook and Taehyung's brief exchange stand out. What caught fans' attention was that Jungkook appeared to remain close to Taehyung even after helping him regain his balance. Rather than immediately stepping away once Taehyung seemed stable, Jungkook seemed to stay beside him for a brief moment, creating a softer and more reassuring atmosphere. The small detail made the interaction feel less like a simple reaction to a slip, and more like a moment of genuine concern. From the footage, if the sequence is viewed closely, Jungkook's attention appeared to remain focused on Taehyung after the unexpected stumble. His body language seemed relaxed, while the two remained close for a moment before continuing with the soundcheck. It was a subtle gesture, but precisely because it was not part of an obvious performance sequence, fans found the interaction particularly heartwarming. That brief pause after the incident may have been what made the moment stand out even more. Jungkook seemed to make sure Taehyung was okay before fully moving on, turning a potentially awkward situation into a comforting exchange. Whether fans interpret it simply as one member looking after another or as a particularly sweet interaction between two close bandmates, the moment's natural timing is what made it so memorable. The atmosphere changed almost instantly when Jungkook appeared to help Taehyung after the unexpected slip. As the two members came close, and Jungkook seemingly embraced Taehyung, the reaction from the crowd added another layer of emotion to the moment. Cheers and excited voices appeared to rise around the venue, turning a brief interaction into a scene that immediately caught everyone's attention. For ARMY, the timing was what made the reaction particularly dramatic. 1 second, fans were watching Taehyung regain his balance. The next, Jungkook was beside him, creating a warm and comforting moment. The visible excitement from the audience seemed to reflect how quickly fans recognized the sweetness of the interaction, with many reacting enthusiastically to the unexpected embrace. What could have remained a simple, backstage-style soundcheck moment suddenly became one of the memorable scenes of the day. The combination of Taehyung's unexpected slip, Jungkook's quick response, the apparent embrace, and the crowd's enthusiastic reaction created a sequence that felt almost cinematic. For those who witnessed it, the loud cheers made the moment feel even more special and showed just how strongly ARMY responds to spontaneous interactions between the members.